Alright, we're all rolling. Good sound.
Fango! Scene 1, take 2. Mark!
What's up, Fango fans? My name is Countess Alex, and welcome to another episode of Cosplay Tea. I assume you're returning because why else would you be here to stare at my mug? I'm here with the beautiful Miss Koumori. Let's do this. Tell us what you're drinking today, Molly.
I am drinking my favorite type of boba tea, which is honeydew milk tea.
And I'm drinking a honey oolong tea with pineapple jellies in the bottom because I am lactose intolerant. My life is hard. So tell me a little bit about what drives you to create cosplay, because it's different for everybody. So like, what inspires fantastic pieces like these that are behind me and in front of me to happen for you?
Recently, I've really found that details inspire me. So if it can push me to learn like even a small new thing that could improve my costume overall, like, you know, if I could learn to resin cast or, you know, learn a new paint technique for those tiny little parts, like, I feel like overall it just makes me really want to push to get the costume done.
Yeah. It's interesting you bring up the details, because one of the things that I've enjoyed watching you create is that you don't mind putting in the extra work for the details. Like, I'm looking at the fin pieces here at the top of this piece, and just those little shreddings that are so natural on a fish creature brings it so much further. Mm-hmm. But those little details and those little, like, the little details in your bat wings. I'm looking at the glitter that's happening in them. And that's something someone might not think to put in there, and I love that. And what you create, I think, pushes a lot of people, and it shows in your tutorials. So it's really fantastic to see that. What exactly got you into cosplay?
Woo! So I've always been interested in video games and anime since I was like 6 years old when I got my first Game Boy. A good friend of mine, her name is Erin, she ended up asking me if I wanted to go to this event called Animazement, and I had no idea what you do with these things or what you're supposed to do, and I just went in a thrift store, Haruhi Suzumiya cosplay that I made like the night before. And those of you who go to conventions know it's like an all weekend thing, and by Sunday it's like died down. So we show up at 1 p.m. on Sunday thinking the event's still gonna be roaring crazy. What I saw, you know, the remnants of the Sunday cosplayers, I thought were just amazing. And I really, really wanted to make some of the cool giant things that they made. So the rest is history.
But now you're fantastical and wwonderful, and you have your own YouTube channel. So tell us a little bit about that, because that's been going really well for you. Your tutorials are fantastic.
Thank you. So I've always kind of enjoyed showing people how I make things. I feel like I'm not really great at verbalizing how to do something, but if I do it in front of the person, that's usually my best way of showing them how I make something. So I started filming whenever I make costumes, and I realized, you know, I should just go ahead and put these on YouTube. So I've honestly loved that a lot recently. That's brought back some of my motivation for cosplay, is hearing that my tutorials have helped people, so yeah.
I love seeing when, I think you've messaged me a couple times when you've seen someone post about something, and that's going to be really rewarding to know that the effort you've put in to make sure that cosplay is easier for other people, like that reward is there to be like, oh, that's so cool that you found what I did helpful.
These wings on my head, for example, a lot of Morrigan cosplayers now have been using my tutorial, so it makes me really, really happy whenever they tag me and say, look, I finished, like, you know, thank you so much.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure of all these fantastic YouTube cosplayers that you are also a part of, like, that's been so evolutionary for the world of cosplay, and I appreciate that you do that. So cute. now we're going to move on to our segment called the Teapot. This is a segment in our show where we go ahead and we pull random questions from the Teapot. These are questions that will prompt storytelling and maybe light a fire underneath our cosplayers. Not literally, please don't set fire to my cosplayers.
But I might like it.
Her words, not mine. All right, I'm gonna pull our first one. There's so many in here. I wonder what this is. Okay. Ooh, this is one that hits me personally too. What's a character that you regret building? Like one you put on and you were like, this is a me. Oh God, I've done that. I know I've done that.
I want to say, and this might shock some people, Alyssa from Tekken 7.
Really? I love that piece.
I learned so much from it. Overall, it's a nice piece to look at for other people, but for me, when I look at it, I just remember stress. You know, panicking to get it done, like missing a shoot because I couldn't get the costume on, like
that's right.
It getting broken on the con floor by somebody busting by it. So like that costume, just putting it on doesn't spark joy.
Right. I'm sorry that you feel that way because that piece is gorgeous to look at, but I completely understand when you make something and you go, I can't.
Yeah.
It's not there today.
Yeah.
And Concrete is murder. It will ruin how you feel about cosplay sometimes. People have quit over it.
I 100% agree.
Cosplay's supposed to be fun. Have fun.
Yeah, please.
Ooh. It is tradition here on Cosplay Tea that our last question is pulled by our guest. So you get to pick your last question, friend.
I'm scared.
My handwriting
I got this one.
So let me know if you need help.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
Ooh.
Won a contest. Is that asking if I've won a contest?
Yeah, how many contests you've won, what's one you really remember.
Oh shit.
Whatever contest you want to talk about, friend.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna talk about Infinity Con. So Infinity Con 2019 in Lake City. I brought that cosplay that I hate, Alyssa, to compete in it because I'm like, you know what? I put so much into this. Like, I need to just wear it, put it on, get over myself, and just get on stage. And I ended up winning the grand prize in first place in Masterclass. It just felt really good. It was a really, really happy moment, and I enjoyed it.
That was a fantastic event, and to see you compete, I was on the judges panel for that event, which was really an honor because it was such a last minute decision, and people were like, "Hey, you want to judge?" And I was like, "Okay." But the heat was on for that event. I don't know if you remember some of the competition that was happening that day.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. But your piece was beautiful and it stood out. And sewing a bodysuit is hard. I was looking at the stitches you put into that piece, and again, it's beautiful. It was a fantastic. And to see you win first prize was really a treat too. Well, thank you for being here, my lovely bat friend. It's been a treat to have you here and learn so much about the things that you do, what inspires you, and how you create. I look forward to seeing more of your tutorials and seeing you at Ancient City Con.
Woo! Thank you for having me. And if you guys would like to follow me on my social media platforms, I am Miss Koumori on all of those. So that's MISSKOUMORI. I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. That's my big one. And then YouTube. And if you would like to come see me or come see Countess Alex, we will be at Ancient City Con in September.
Thanks for being here with us, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the tea. We'll see you next time. Bye!